Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super uber mega excited to share this lesbian storyline that I will highly recommend all of you to go ahead and go watch support, and it's between Jess and Harper. But before we get into further details, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments.
I don't want to try. So you got a new hat? I got a new haircut. I have a job here, Jess.
Oh, yeah. The one that you're really
You're gonna tell me. I'm telling you now. You're like gone.
Yes, so recently I wanted to watch this series for a really long time, but I never got the opportunity to go ahead and go do so. But I finally got, and let me tell you, I don't regret it at all. It's probably one of the best, lesbian series, or also, based on a queer storyline that I saw in a really, really long time. And I just had to come here and share it with you guys, just in case any of you haven't watched Hall and Harper. Yes, there's actually a triangular lesbian relationship going on between Harper, her girlfriend, and in this case, Harper and Audrey, her co-worker. Today, I will just focus on the storyline of this case of Harper and her girlfriend Jess, and then later on, I will be doing another video where I will be discussing the relationship between Harper and Audrey. Like there's a whole nother situation also that we have to get into. So stay tuned because let me tell you, this one is 100 trillion percent worth the watch. You should go ahead and go watch it. So basically, like I said, the series is called Hall and Harper. The series actually explores their lives as young adults, grappling with their past and navigating their individual struggles with dealing with the aftermath of their mother's early passing and their father's bipolar disorder. In this case, Hall and Harper, they are actually brothers. Yeah, so you can also see that they're also trying to face this new reality, finding out that their father will have another baby, and they're just trying to build a better relationship as well when it comes to their father's new wife. So it's a lot that has been going on, and also at the same time you can see that Hall and Harper, who are brothers, they have a very codependent relationship, and they basically are like each other's support system. So they also go through their own trials and tribulations in order to keep their relationship together, but also at the same time living their individual lives and figure also out their own personal issues that they have to deal with. So let's start off with Harper. Who is Harper? What does she do? What does she represent in the story? So basically, she is the main character, like I already said, because the show is called Hall and Harper. Yes, so she's basically she's a lesbian in this case, and not only that, she's actually a very like she's going through a very troubling phase in her life where she's trying to make sense of everything, with her mother's passing, trying to get connected to her father more, trying to be there for her brother as much, but she also feel like she's suffocating because she doesn't know what she wants out of life. She's going through this tumultuous emotional situations with different people, so she just has a lot going on, mentally and physically. But in this case, she actually has a girlfriend, and her girlfriend in this case name is Jess. They actually have a long distance relationship. So Jess actually comes into town to spend time with her. But when she comes, there's the point where she actually realized that in this case, Harper actually, had in this case had cheated on her with Audrey. I will not speak about Audrey in this video. I will do another one speaking about her. Yes, so when she came back, you can see that Jess, she still didn't want to give up on her relationship with Harper. She was willing to make it work, to try to be understanding, to be there for Harper, and saying like, I want to try, I want us to figure this out. We've been together for years because they actually met in college, and they've been together like for a long, really, really, really long time. And you can genuinely see that Harper was also trying. Harper was also trying. She also wanted to make things work with her girlfriend. But things started to change a little bit when, in this case, Jess told Harper that she had applied for a job in Dallas, and that if she gets the job, she actually wants Harper to move with her. But Harper was having her doubts because, first and foremost, she doesn't want to follow anybody to a new town where she doesn't know anybody and just restart because, her partner is there. But, in this case, Jess was like, hey, you can restart, you can find another job. But you can see that also, Harper, she's trying to figure out her own way, what she wants out of life. She just don't want to follow her girlfriend to like across the country. But it's not only that. You can also see that, Harper also doesn't want to leave her family behind. There's a lot of things that she also wants to do with her life, but she still cannot figure out what does she really want to do. So there's a whole lot going on. So later on, you can see that, in this case, Jess actually ends up breaking up with Harper because she realized that Harper is gone. She realized that Harper, she has a lot to figure out. And also, that's the point where you can start to see that in this case, she started to realize that Audrey, and not Audrey in this case, like that Harper was falling for, or was building towards someone else, in this case, Audrey, but it was nothing official. So, first and foremost, they took a break. So, during that break, you can see that Harper started to get real close with Audrey. Like they basically had, let me see, like maybe a 4 day break. And during that 4 day break, you can see that Harper actually went and spent those that 4 days of their break, their relationship break with Audrey. And obviously, when Jess found out about it, she was so disappointed because she was like, "Hey, we didn't break up. We took a break so that we can, think about stuff. And you go and you go sleep, or you go spend time with another person. How, why?" And that's the moment I feel like Jess just realized that, she needed to give up on this relationship, when it comes to Harper. But it's not only that, she also realized that, hey, maybe, maybe, Harper also wanted to break up with her, as well, but she never just had the courage to go ahead and go do so. But you can see that Harper also already wanted to break up with Jess, but she definitely does love Jess. She does love her because they have spent so much time together. They have built so much, but it comes to a point where they are growing apart. They want different things. Jess has a different, mentality. She wants to go move on and do different things. Harper is stuck between this whole emotional connection, figure out what her life wants to be, her family, her brother issues, her romance issues. So it's just like, and more of the story, not to drag it on too long, I would just definitely say, imagine meeting someone, and this is also Harper's first ever girlfriend, so imagine you meeting someone, and then later on, you guys grow this amazing bond together. You guys spend years and years together, but somewhere you guys end up having a long distance relationship. And while you guys have this long distance relationship, you guys just start to follow, like to grow apart. And I feel like that's what happened with Chase and Harper. They genuinely did love each other because they genuinely did try to rebuild their relationship. They genuinely tried to be like, okay, I know we are not in the best phase of our relationship now, because intimacy wise they were also struggling. But you can see that they, despite all the troubles that they were having, that they do love each other, that they did genuinely want to try. But it came to a point that, trying was forcing it, and that's why they needed to just to end things. And that final conversation that they had through the phone, I will not spoil it for you guys. I would highly recommend you all to go ahead and go watch it. I feel like for the first time, Jess was very honest with Harper, and I feel like Harper needed to hear that. I feel like Harper needed to hear that, because I feel like Harper, I won't say she always tries to victimize her feelings, but I do feel like she never tries to understand things from the other person point of view, and that doesn't make her a mean person, because she's also dealing with a lot. So it's a very interesting storyline. Like I said, I will highly recommend you all to go ahead and go watch it. It has 8 episodes, 1 season, and it's available to watch on Stan. Yes, it's available to watch on Stan, and go ahead. Like I'm telling you, you will not get disappointed. Like this one is probably one of the best that got released this year, in my personal opinion. So yes, guys, that's basically it. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Until the next video, and goodbye.